Hey guys, good good night. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well and everything's going well. Basically, your year is going amazing so far. Um, I haven't made a video in a while, and I promised you guys that I was gonna stop my story with my next video, which is this one. So basically, I'm gonna start with a story of how my life turned into the belief that I have, the beliefs that I have, um, how I follow, like the reason, you know, well, there's a lot of reasons why. I can get into that in another video, but the reason why I have a strong belief in God. So that's what my video is going to be about. It's about my Father in heaven and how he impacted my life before I was even born into this world. It's crazy. So let me just turn this down a bit.
It sure is. I bet you sure is.
So when my mother was, I'm not really sure how old she was actually, but she might have been around 17 to 18 years old. She was seeing my dad at that time, and she had me when she was 18. So yeah, maybe she was around 17, probably. Okay, I have to go back actually. I'm sorry. But she was seeing my dad when um, there was like a huge change in our family lives and everything. It was crazy. But okay, so let me just go back a little bit. So my grandmother, my mother's mother, her mother had died, and they were Muslim. Like basically like my grandmother and my grandfather, my family. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just dropped my phone. Does that ever happen to you? Or just drop it on your face when you're like this? Okay, so yeah, they were Muslim. My family was basically Muslim on my mother's side, and so when my grandmother's mother died, my great grandmother, she, what they believed at the time was that she was haunting the house. So what would happen was like during the night around like 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff, they would hear like these gas tanks that they had, like these heavy gas tanks would be like picked up and would be like dropped on the ground, and windows would be opening and like shutting, like really, like it was like an angry type of spirit that was around. So, oh, and another thing was, um, my uncle, which is my mother's younger brother, he was, he was like a toddler at the time, and um, apparently, whatever this spirit was, which they believed it was my grandmother's mother, whatever it was, would call him, like it would wake him up in the middle of the night and like call him outside of the house. And at that time, my grandfather used to leave the door open, like the upstairs door open, where it felt safe, basically. But that's the door that she used to call him out of, and he ended up going, like, actually getting out of the house. And apparently that happened a few times. It kept happening over and over, and my grandparents, they were worried. They were like praying over it. They were doing, everything they thought that they can do. And I think they even went to like psychics and stuff like that. Or I don't know if my family ever sees this, just correct me. But from what I know, like they did like just different types of like prayers and stuff over the family for this thing to go away. And nothing worked. When my mother met my father, she was telling him about what was going on in the house. They went. He was a Christian. He used to go to church and stuff, and he told her to, go to the church. Like he invited her to church and ended up praying over her and everything. And I think my mom felt a difference, and she decided to tell the family about, like her family, about going to church, or maybe getting prayed over or something, because they were desperate at that point to get this thing away, because it was like disrupting the house, whatever it was, which is crazy. So they, like, I guess my grandmother and my grandfather and my uncles decided to go to church, and they decided to pray over them. And after everything, like after that, everything stopped. Like everything stopped. It was amazing. God just He answered our prayers. And I wasn't even born into this world yet, and so when my grandparents saw that, you know, going to church, like, and having Jesus bless you, and, you know, flee away every type of spirit that's, like, not good for you and that's bothering you. She started believing in him, and our entire family turned Christian. When I think about it, like, I don't have the best relationship with my father right now. And or with my dad, I should say, because my father's in he's in heaven. I don't have the best relationship with him right now, but I'm really thankful when I think about, like, you know, how I could have been affected when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, I'm really thankful that he brought my family into truth, to be honest, because that was truth. And if you guys have ever experienced Jesus and his presence and his just everything about him, he's amazing. So that's how my family came into Christianity. My grandmother always stuck to it, even though she had her bad ways. She saw it happen. Like, her life changed right in front of her eyes. But I'm thankful to her as well for taking me to church. She went to church every Sunday after that. Crazy. And she's not the type of woman to, grandparents are supposed to be sweet and, gentle, just whatever, But they're supposed to be sweet when you think about grandparents. She wasn't the sweet type of grandparent. She was actually a really abusive type of grandparent. I think she went through a lot in her life. I don't know what it was, but it made her into a very angry person. And she just lashed out a lot on people. But I'm really, 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 I'm so thankful that she stuck to church. She really did. She stuck to it. I think she tried to maybe, hopefully, I don't know if she tried, but I think she believed in him from what he did for her. That's for sure. So I'm happy about that. That was this basically start to my family being Christian and what I came into. And I would never deny my father in heaven. I just prayed today and I got a blessing. Like, it was crazy. It was so crazy. Like, he's real, guys. I'm just gonna say he's real. And I'm actually writing some notes down on my blessings in my life. And these blessings are amazing. It's like things that you wouldn't even, when I say amazing, it's like the way that it happened was amazing. It's always amazing to get a blessing, first of all. But it's things that you wouldn't even think of. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's things that you wouldn't even think of. Like, happening because things that's done to, like, hurt you. You wouldn't think that it would turn into something great for you. And that's the type of things that's happened to me. So, hey guys, is my video. I'm just gonna end it here. I think it's been long enough of my mumbling. Oh, not mumbling, but my rambling. But this is important. I want you guys to know where, how my family dynamic religious situation happened, type of deal. And I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like it if you do. And I will be I'll be back next time with my next video for you guys. And tell me what type of situation you want to know about, because I have a lot of situations. A lot. I probably have like every situation. Actually, no, I wouldn't have every situation, but I have a lot of situations and a lot of like things that's happened in my life that I can tell you about, and it can be like crazy stories. But maybe actually something just popped into my mind about my next story. I was gonna tell you about it when I said maybe but I'll save it for the next video because I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna do it yet or not. Okay, so it was lovely talking to you guys. Thank you for listening to my video. I appreciate you. I hope that you learned something from every video that I have. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you guys and for you guys to get to know me as well. I know it's kind of, I don't know if it's like boring for you right now, or if it's anything like that, like, I'm sorry, but trust me, it's gonna keep getting more interesting. I promise. Okay. Alright, I'll talk to you guys soon, and I hope you guys have a good night, or a good day, good morning, good afternoon, whenever it is that you see this. And I will see you on my next video. Bye.